Almost. Just wait. It's early. So please welcome the gorgeous and lovely.
We're gonna do. It's just wait. That's her name.
Don't worry. We're having a little discussion. So, as we discuss things, so professional. See, you didn't pay anything to get the door, so we can't complain. Thanks. Anyways, please bring up the wonderful and talented NATASHA Muse.
Thank you. No, it's fine. Thank you. No, I'm totally ready. Hey, what's up, sluts? That's politics. That's a political joke right off the bat. So I'm like a comedian. It's funny. Yeah, it's a good start. No, I'm pretty funny for a comedian. My name's Natasha. Thank you very much. Thanks. Oh, can't see. I live in San Francisco. I'm not from San Francisco. I grew up in New Hampshire, where I was white trash. Now I live here in the city, so I'm more like white recycling. Thanks, thank you. I get the cage-free tomatoes and stuff because I care. I work my way up to being white compost. I'm almost 100% biodegradable. People ask me all the time why I moved all the way from New Hampshire to San Francisco, and I always tell them it was because I needed a change. And that joke's funnier when you remember I'm a transsexual. Or at the very least, it's recognizable as a joke. But there's like crazy trannies, like San Francisco, right? You can't throw a handful of glitter without hitting a tranny in the eyes around here, which is, incidentally, the best way to deal with a tranny if one's following you home late at night. You just want to reach in there and get your glitter out and just blow it right in your face. Yeah, and you try to like get that back leg out if you can. It's hard in heels. But you paid a lot of money for yoga. And what else are you doing with it? It's not even a sport. It's just like 90 minutes of a hippie yelling at you. So yeah, people find the fact that I'm a tranny is interesting, especially people I've just had sex with. So I do talk about it a lot. Actually, you know what? Other people talk to me about it a lot. People like to use the word tranny, like transsexual, to tell me that they've had a crazy night. You know, like sort of like, man, I was off the hook. There was this transsexual doing lines of coke off the piano. It was nuts, man. It's like I know a lot of trannies, a lot of prostitutes and like hard drug users and stuff. Like that's like maybe like somebody normal saying Bob from accounting farted during a meeting. It's like, yeah, it's inappropriate. Probably should have waited for a bathroom break. But Bob gets hella gassy when he does coke. So what are you gonna do? So tonight's PLUSHIE Night. It's pretty cool. Are people here actually plushies, or are we all just making fun of it, or what's? We're just making fun of it. I don't know. I was thinking like they don't really have tranny plushies. Do they? Or,
oh yeah.
Do they? Are they called trashies? Are they called trashies? Or maybe plannies? Like after Plan A and Plan B and Plan C, Plan D don't work out. You got Plan E. Plushy tranny. I just wrote that joke 5 minutes ago. That joke is not live long. That's a joke. It's gonna die right here.
It worked. It worked.
Thanks. It was good for now.
Again.
Yeah, do the same joke again. Just do it again. It'll be better the next time. I like that there was a fuzzy penguin up here. Like there was a furry bird.
Those are featheries.
Oh, those featheries? Those are featheries. I like that. I guess the feathers, like, yeah, I guess. What did you yell at me? Was it funny? Hey everybody, I'm not just a tranny, I'm also a lesbian, which is great. Thank you. I know it's weird to people, it's like a double negative. Actually, it was weird for my mom. I told my mom, I told her about the tranny thing, and she was cool after just a couple years of crying. And we were talking on the phone. I was like, I gotta get going. I got a date tonight. She was trying to be supportive. She was like, cool, what's his name? And I was like, oh no, it's with another woman. And then she was like, why would you? Which is like the longest ellipses the world's ever seen. She's actually still on the phone right now. I probably shouldn't keep her waiting too long. But yeah, so I'm a lesbian. I got gay married a few years ago. We're both wives. We're pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's weird that it's like kind of illegal because it makes me feel kind of like a criminal. And that and the fact that I smoke weed without a prescription makes me almost like full-on like outlaw, I think. I keep thinking about getting a card to smoke weed, but every time I have $100, I'm like, I can get a card or I can get like 2 weeds. So I'm gonna get 2 weeds, right? So I had to stop smoking weed for a little bit though, because my wife just a few months ago gave birth to a baby, which we were super excited about. Super exciting. It was a baby, because we were telling people as long as it's healthy, but we were really hoping for a baby, so I was pretty psyched about that. Yeah, we have a little girl for now. She's great. I just stopped smoking weed though, because it's weird, because I'm taking care of her during the day, and it's weird to just be the only one smoking weed when you're hanging out with somebody, you know? Because when she would smoke, she would get hella chatty. It was super annoying. The baby, that's why that's funny. Babies can't talk, that's why that's funny. I saw my baby, she was born from my wife's vagina, and have you guys seen that live, that horrible thing? It's disgusting. It's beautiful and it's scary, you know, and the doctors were like, come on down to this end, look at, you know, watch what's happening, and I looked, I was like, oh my god, what are you doing? I'm not done using that yet. You're stretching it out. I won't be able to fit it anymore. Her vagina, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So yeah, but it was beautiful and amazing, but also kind of disgusting and awful. It was kind of like if you happen to catch Yoda's skinny dipping. And as he's swimming through the swamps of Dagobah naked, he begins to drown, and he thrashes around for a little bit, but at the last minute he uses the force to free himself. And then you have this dripping creature screaming. And that's what the miracle of life is. Right, nobody thought that was funny. I'm just sitting here looking at my imaginary naked Yoda, and you just are feeling sorry for me. Alright. So yeah, still the lesbian tranny mom, that's fun. You know what, I'm mad that they had the pregnant man, and he got all this like attention. The pregnant man, remember, he was on magazine covers, and he was on that show, Oprah, with, I forget who hosted it, but he got all this attention. And I'm the inversion of that, you know what I mean? Like, you know that song, I Left My Wallet in El Segundo, with Tribe Called Quest? I Left My Wallet in El Segundo. I have a song like that, except instead of wallet, it's semen, and instead of El Segundo, it's Palo Alto, and instead of I had to leave it, it's I had to freeze it. But I realized it's like I don't have a cute title like pregnant man just rolls off the tongue, sort of. And you know, for me, it's like transsexual woman who froze her business like 15 years ago when she had to jerk off in a weird room, and 3 hours later she came out, and people that worked there were like, "Oh my God, you're still here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then, you know, I met some woman, and then 3 years later we decided to have a baby. Then we go to Kaiser and we throve there, and then they injected her. Then we had a baby. Like that's too long of a title. That wouldn't fit. And when I came up with this, a great title. It's Lady Baby Daddy. Lady Baby Daddy. It's like English royalty. It's beautiful.
You could open for Gaga.
Huh?
You could open for Gaga.
I could open for Gaga. That's true. I like that. Anyway, I'm about done. You know what? My baby was really... That was a good way to end. That was an awkward transition. And I didn't know about awkward transitions. Oh, my baby was big when she was born. She was 9 pounds, 11 ounces. Yeah, 9, 11. I will never forget how big she was. It reminds me of 9/11, the date. It's always sad for me because my cat died on 9/11. And her death always is overshadowed by a larger tragedy. 9/11, it's pretty tragic. She was on flight 93. She's part of El Kitty. It's, I don't know, do you guys have any questions or anything? I feel like...
Kitty's like vagina. What's your name?
Kitty's like vagina. My name is Natasha.
Hey, Natasha!
Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody.
Give it up for Natasha Muse. She's amazing. Very sexy. For getting her drink real quick. And I threw her a curveball throwing her up real
Oh, it's fine.
before.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, gets the energy pumping. So, we have 2 acts to this wonderful charade. So some of the girls you saw in the first